Okay. From Duff Kingston Memorial Gymnasium in Eldorado, Illinois, it's time for day 3 of the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. I'm Roger Hobbs alongside Travis Black as we start out this morning in the Super Consolation bracket between the Bulldogs of Harrisburg and the Carterville Lions. Telling you how they got here. Harrisburg took care of Hamilton County in the opening day as they surprised the Foxes in overtime by a score of 60-52. And then yesterday, Harrisburg lost another heartbreaker as they fell to Heron 50-43. That game went into overtime. Looking at the Lions of Carterville, they opened up with a 66-44 win over NCOE and then fell to the number 5 seed Vienna 63-54. That all came down in the fourth quarter when Vienna outscored Carterville something like 20-10 and dropped Carterville down here in the loser bracket. So Harrisburg and Carterville, talk a little bit about Harrisburg. Boy, they gave Heron all they wanted yesterday.
Yeah, they gave them a scare. They were hunting down that 1 seed, and they played extremely well. Cameron Andy went for 24 points. And, I mean, he really was the catalyst. But then you got to say about that Miles crank shot to send it into overtime. That was an impressive shot. He shot that about 2 steps, past the volleyball line.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, they had 5 seconds, and he got it in. As soon as he got it up. And normally you don't want to take a 40-footer with 4 seconds left, but apparently that's the shot they drew up in the timeout. But, I mean, Harrisburg has been very impressive this tournament. I mean, new head coach, didn't really know what to expect, but they've come out and played extremely well.
Yeah, I'm like you on that shot that Crank hit. Carterville and Harrisburg here to tip this one off. The winner of this game comes back and plays tonight at 6 o'clock, and they will play the winner of our second game, Anna Jonesboro and Carbondale. As had a kind of Anna Jonesboro and Carmi, we'll get it right. I had a CAR down. It's supposed to be Carmi, not Carbondale, but last night, Carmi White County came into this game, the number 3 seed. They took on the 6 seed at Eldorado, and some kid named Parker Price unloaded for the Eagles, threw in 29 points, and Eldorado upset Carmi 49-37. You were on that game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Carmi started out hot. You expected it to possibly be a blowout because it was I think it was 10-8 or was it 10-1 run to start the game, and then Eldorado took off from there. I mean, Carmi just kind of looked stagnant on offense. A little bit of foul trouble early on. They had a couple key guys. Driscoll was in foul trouble. Gomat was in foul trouble. But, I mean, give credit to Eldorado. They played extremely well. Parker Price, if he gets going downhill left hand, he's unstoppable. I mean, he was doing everything for them that night.
And that's one thing about watching Price. Everybody knows he's left-handed, so you overplay on the left side, and he still beats you.
Yeah, he's one of the better athletes in the Black Diamond Conference and in Southern Illinois. If he gets a full head of steam going left, there's no stopping him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting there. And, of course, I mentioned Cameron Andy. Parker Price is going to be on my list as well. You mentioned Eric Rogers of Fairfield. And, it's hard to narrow it down to 10 players. We've seen some standout performances, and we've seen some mediocre. And I'd say with Price and Andy, depends on how they play today and tonight, assuming that Harrisburg wins, if they will make that all tournament team. So anyway, both teams have finished their warm-ups, and I would imagine very shortly we will get a notification of the national anthem, and a sparse crowd here this morning. You can just about take roll. But, I heard you guys talk last night, and everybody said, well, this is the consolation, this is the loser bracket, who cares? But again, you win this bracket, you come out in 5th place, you go 3-1. That's what you want to do, and you played all 3 days.
Yeah, even if you're in the consolation, you go 3-1. I mean, getting any type of trophy at this tournament, it's really special. It's one of the most storied tournaments in Illinois and Southern Illinois, and possibly the United States. I mean, it's one of the oldest. It has a lot of history, has a lot of great players that came through here. So anytime you can bring home some hardware, it's a good thing.
It is, and that's what you want. You want the hardware, put it in the trophy case, and force the school to buy another trophy case. All right, we are getting ready for the national anthem as Old Glory is lowered from the top of the ceiling there down toward the middle of the floor, and we notice it was donated by Farrell Hospital. So as they play the national anthem, we will take a break and be back with the starting lineups.
Shop, click, drive. It's that simple with RiceMotors.com. Picks and pricing updated several times a day. Even vehicles in transit. You get the first look when you shop RiceMotors.com. Got an idea of what you're looking for? Want to schedule a service appointment? You can do it all. Rice Motors has served the region for 90 years. And with RiceMotors.com, it's never been easier for you to shop. Click, drive. RiceMotors.com. Visit now.
It's no accident that more and more people trust Hale Body Shop when they need collision repair.
David and the gang at Hale Body Shop work hard to get your car back to you as soon as possible.
They understand how busy you are.
They also understand that sometimes life happens.
And if you find yourself in an accident,
remember, when it does, there's only one place to go.
Hale Body Shop in Carmi, way out there on Possum Road.
Mom is so happy at Wabash Christian Supportive Living. She enjoys herself, loves the food, and I've seen a positive change in her health.
Hi, this is Kathleen Garner, Residential Service Director for Wabash Christian Supported Living. And if your mom is still independent but missing out on socialization, isn't eating properly, struggles to maintain her household, or just needs daily support, Wabash Christian Supported Living is perfect. Wabash Christian Supported Living even offers on-site therapy. As a faith-based organization, you'll both feel confident our actions and conduct reflect your standards. Learn more by calling 382-2900.
Pass along some notes of consolation. We found out after we got here, the scorekeeper for Carterville, after she'd got here and got all settled, received a phone call from home that her father had passed away during the night. So, you know, you think about losing a parent, and then you think about Joe Hossman's grandson, and contrary to popular belief, there's more important things in basketball.
Yeah, I mean, this tournament's really taken, Southern Illinois by storm the last 3 days, but there are always more important things. This is just a game at the end of the day. It's good competition, but there are a lot more important things than, basketball.
Be thankful for what you have and go from there. The starting lineups for this matchup are brought to you by your local Hucks Market. Join the Hucks Bucks Big Reward Loyalty Program today and save 10 cents on fuel every gallon every day for a limited time. Download the new Hucks Bucks Big Rewards Loyalty app and start earning your big rewards today. Get exclusive offers tailored to you and earn points with nearly every purchase to redeem for merchandise, fuel discounts, free food, and more. Find it on the App Store and on Google Play. First, the lineups for Carterville. We missed a couple of them as they go over the same one. It's going to be number 4, Peyton Biddle, along with Blake Berkey, number 12. Caden Hawkins will wear number 21. And Cade Lustenberg is the big boy, along with number 25, Braden Wakey. This will be his first start, as they had been starting Vanderzeel. And so a little bit different look. Wakey has played well, so we look at Carterville, solid senior lineup, a lot of experience out there.
Yeah, they made a good run in this tournament last year, and they lost a really nail biter, barn burner, whatever you want to say about Vienna. I mean, it was a close game. I mean, Vienna pulled away at the end, but it was a tough loss. And I mean, this Carterville team, you really suspected probably should be in that semifinal, but they lost a tough game to Vienna, and here they are. They're probably really hungry to get back after taking that tough loss to Vienna.
Well, again, we said Carterville, the number 4 seed, Vienna, number 5, and they were able to come back and come away a winner. Harrisburg going with the same lineup. It's going to be Cameron Andy, 6'3" junior, along with Miles Crank, who hit one from the volleyball line yesterday afternoon to send the game into overtime. Ross Ryder, a 5'11" senior, along with Andrew Unthank, also a senior, and Nate Lawrence, a 6'3" senior. So again, Harrisburg going with 4 seniors and a junior, but this junior is a handful.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's their primary offensive weapon, and everything that they do on the offensive end really runs through him. And you'll notice early on that Carterville is probably going to have 2 shaded to his side, like they did, like Heron did at the end of the game last night.
Yeah, interesting kind of the matchup. And of course, Carterville can play some defense. Maybe perhaps look for Caden Hawkins, the coach's son, to try and take Andy. I don't believe either Andy can stop Hawkins or Hawkins can stop Andy. It's I mean, they're 2 great one-on-one players.
Yeah, this might be first 60 or 70 wins the game.
It can. Well, we thought about that, talking about Vienna. and Carterville. We thought it'd take 75 to win that one because Vienna was averaging 84 a game coming into this, but 63-53. So I guess that's why they play the game. Carterville will be heading to our right as dressed in black, a little orange trim around the side. Lustenberger, Cade Lustenberger will be jumping for Carmi. How about, let's try Carterville. Too many cars in here. And he'll be going up against Cameron Andy. We'll get our tongue twisted here in a minute and get it straightened out. And the ball is controlled by the Lions of Carterville. And Caden Hawkins will run as Harrisburg opens up in a straight man defense with the basketball. Here's Biddle on the side, coming around the screen, set by Lustenberger. Here is Hawkins, looks down in the corner. They give it to Berkey. He's going to fire. That's going to be short on the three-pointer. And the ball is pulled down by Lawrence quickly up court. Here is Andy with the basketball. He is going to be picked up by Berkey. Berkey at 6'1", gives up a couple of inches to him. Now top of the key with the basketball. They bounce it on the right side. There's Lawrence, comes out way high. They send Andy as a cutter. Ball slapped away, stolen by Hawkins. And it's going to be 2 on 3. Pass down in the corner. Shot put up and good. And that is by Peyton Biddle as Carmi comes out and Carterville comes out with a big lead. Andy with the basketball up front, goes with it on the right wing. Trying to drive in a corner, good spin move, shot put up and will not drop. Rebound tipped out, it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bulldogs of Harrisburg. It'll be Unthank, will be inbounding it. They set up 4 at the free throw line. Skin one way, send another one the other way, and throw it out to Lawrence, top of the key. Fires over to Miles Crank. He's going to work toward the middle of the floor. He's got Biddle all over him. Unthank down deep in the corner. There goes one cutter, second cutter. Nope, kick it out to Crank. Down in the corner, Andy. He's going to drive and penetrate. Little hop step, throws up a prayer, no good. Andy gets his own rebound, puts it up, too strong, and Hawkins pulls it down. Lions trying to run. Hawkins, hesitation dribble, takes it all the way to the hole off the window.
Nice touch off the glass there.
He can get his body in, looks like an awkward position, but man, good body control. Here is Crank. He works it up in the offensive end. Now Ross Ryder. Lawrence, top of the key, works between the circles. Bounce pass to Andy in the corner. Long three is short. And the rebound, good save by Ryder. Fires it into Lawrence. And Lawrence trying to find some breathing room. Ball slapped away, he gets it right back. Finds somebody to give it to, and it's Crank between the circles. Right side to Ryder. Ross Ryder comes around. They got Andy on a screen. He goes in on a cut, missed it, got it, stayed with it, got the bucket.
Yeah, they're really swarming Cameron Andy anytime he goes to the basket right there.
Here goes Biddle quickly down, throws on runner up. What amazes me that the screens that Harrisburg is setting, and you don't want Andy to get open, but he's been open twice on those cuts. Here is Crank, works against Biddle, down in the corner to Unthank. Right in front of the Carterville bench. He brings it out between the circles, looks for somebody, trying to find Crank. He's going to take it all the way. Big man takes it all the way to the hole, and he is
fouled on the floor.
Foul on the floor. And that was against
Carterville foul 25. Rick Wakey is first.
Wakey got the foul. He handled the ball pretty well for a big man.
I mean, I've seen him, cross over the top of the key between the legs behind the back. He got a handle for a big guy.
He does, no question. 6'3" senior. Make a good middle linebacker. Unthank with the basketball. Now gives out to Ryder, high left. Now they leave it for Crank. Biddle still on him, 7-2. Carterville with the lead. We've played 3 minutes. Trying to drive in the corner is Lawrence. Nice move. As Nate Lawrence gets his first bucket, makes it a 7-4 ball game. 4:46 to go. Hawkins down in the corner. Inside, nothing there. Top of the key to Lustenberger. He has it up top. Now they go Biddle. He's going to drive on Andy, put it up left hand. Nice move by Peyton Biddle. He has 7. The lead is 9-4. Carterville on top. 4:24 to go in the opener. Andy. Little shake and bake. He's going to take it all the way to the hole. Puts up not a good shot, but Unthank is there for the stick back. Lead pass down the corner. Biddle beat everybody down. Put up a shot, no good by Lustenberger. Wakey tried to tip it. Andy comes down with it. Heard the Carterville fans thought there might have been some contact.
Yeah, everyone wants some foul when they miss a layup, right?
Yeah. Coach, he fouled me. I hear you. Unthank gives to Lawrence near the top of the key. Andy pops out high right. Skip pass across to Lawrence. He tried to make a move, and he's called for traveling.
Yeah, can't do that, shuffling the shoes.
But coach, it's, what is it, Wednesday morning. Carmelo Downey comes in. And I missed the other one that came in. We'll find him here in just a minute. With the basketball, here is Lustenberger. And we get a whistle and a foul away from it.
Moving screen there.
Is that Adrian Mann, 23, that came in? Or
22.
Charlie, was it 22 that came in? All right, Charlie Fehrenbacher, coach's son. So Harrisburg basketball as we go the other way. Here is Brock Chastain, or excuse me, Carmelo Downey with the basketball, gives to Crank on the right side. Picked up there by Hawkins. They put a different body on him each time. Harrisburg with the basketball on the right side. Dribbles down in the corner, nothing there, look out. And Biddle got him all fumbuzzled, and they lost control of the basketball. So a turnover to the Harrisburg Bulldogs, 9-6. Carterville on top. We've got 3 minutes plus to go here in the opening quarter. Hawkins leaves it for Lustenberger, pops out as Vanderzeel. Coming around the screen, Hawkins, top of the key, and he is hammered.
Yeah, I didn't give him a landing spot right there.
No.
Can't do that.
Boy, Hawkins could elevate, and I would imagine that was just outside the arc, so Hawkins is going to shoot three.
Harrisburg foul on 3, Carmelo Downey is
The coaches always hate that, you know, outside the three-point range. And Hawkins is almost automatic from the free throw line. Hits the first one.
Yeah, when you foul outside the three-point line, you're taking the percentage chance of him hitting maybe 35, 40% for a good shooter to, you know, maybe 80% at the free throw line.
Right. And he hits the second one. As Blake Berkey comes out, Maddox Crane comes in for Harrisburg. So here is Hawkins. Third free throw is good. He is perfect. Got three the hard way. And Carterville showing some full court man-to-man pressure. They get the ball inbounds. Here is Crank. He's going to work the left side of the court. Gets it up in the offensive end. Skip pass across the far side is trying to hit that cutter. And timeout charge to Harrisburg. And we'll be back in 1 minute.
When it comes to income tax planning and preparation, experience counts. Experience to know all the deductions that you can take. Experience and knowledge to keep up with the ever-changing tax laws, rules, and regulations. Hi, I'm Keith Butch, and owner of Butch & Associates CPAs in Carmi. For 42 years, I've helped people just like yourself for your tax, auditing, and accounting needs. Stop in today at Butch & Associates on Main Street in Carmi. Call 382-4151 or visit butch.com. That's BOTSCH.com.
Your family's care team is close to home at Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics in McLeansboro and Carmi. From routine care, vaccines, and DOT physicals to disease management, x-ray, lab work, and COVID testing. With 9 providers and 8 specialty care clinics, Hamilton Memorial has you covered. Plus, for those unexpected illnesses, our weekend walk-in clinics in Carmi and McLeansboro. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics. Here for you now, like we've always been.
Carterville jumping out on the Harrisburg 12-6. Coach Fehrenbacher of Harrisburg calling a timeout. I think, guys, slow down. Let's play our game. They've made some bad passes and taken some silly shots. He wants to get them back under control.
Yeah, they've been playing really extremely fast, trying to get up and down, and, you know, that's not how to play against Carterville Hill. They got to work the ball around and get in spots where they know they can score from instead of, you know, trying to make the home run pass, feeding it through, you know, 3 guys in the lane.
And Carterville wants to run and gun. Here is Hawkins. Top of the key goes left side. Biddle, you can't leave him open. 3-point shot is short. Unthank goes high for the clear. Over to Crank. Crank crosses into friendly territory. Now Unthank back to Crank as pressure. They go to Fehrenbacher on the left side. He looks, nothing there. Pops out to Mann, top of the key. Now Crank has it on the left side, tries to go, falls down, and trying to save it, goes out of bounds. Kind of an unforced turnover there by Harrisburg. That's 2 unforced that they've had, and you just can't afford to do that. Andrew Mann checks into the ball game.
Yeah, they can't afford to do that against this Carterville team that, you know, can put up points in a hurry on you.
No question about that. Lustenberger has it high on the right side. Tries to drive, sends Hawkins to the cutter, nothing there. Hawkins behind the back, stops and pops, boom. Well, you give him an inch and he'll bury you. What impressed me about Hawkins, he can elevate.
Yeah, he's got a good high release on that jump shot, and it is a jump shot. He gets a good, 2 feet off the ground with it.
Cameron Andy on the far side, has a screen on the left. He's going to go right in traffic, up and will not go, danced on the rim. Rebound fought for, comes down by Lustenberger. Ahead to Hawkins, and he came down with it. He's going to be fouled by Mann. Adrian Mann picks up the personal. Mann, just a sophomore, has got some quickness. As Mann comes out. As Biddle walks it across the 10-second stripe. Gives it on the far side to Owen Rand. Or excuse me, check that again. That's Vanderzeel. Hawkins, skip pass across in the corner. Good fake, trying to drive, and they're going to call. And they don't have number 2 down. That's Maddox Crane. There he is. Had him down, didn't see him. Harrisburg trying to get through the Carterville pressure as they walk it up. Still 14-6. Carterville on top. Trying to penetrate. Coming around the screen is Andy from the right elbow. That one is long. Rebound pulled down by Hawkins of Carterville. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Hawkins is going to stop the top of the 3. That one won't go. And the rebound is pulled down by Andrew Unthank. On the far side with the basketball, trying to drive, penetrate, kick it out to Ryder. Left side, Andy had Lawrence posted and didn't give it to him. Back to the top of the key. They send a cutter, send Andrew Unthank. Steps out behind the 3 and fires it long. Rebound to Biddle. And Hawkins will walk it down with 25 seconds. They may take the last shot. Carterville leading by a score of 14-6. We're down to 20 seconds. Harrisburg in a straight man as we will wait and see what happens. We're down to 10 seconds. As they call out a certain play. Here is dump pass over to Biddle, puts it up short. Nope, rebound right up and in. Good hustle there by Hawkins as he got the stick back, and that ends 1 quarter of play with a score. The Carterville Lions 16, the Harrisburg Bulldogs 6. Back in 1 minute.
You lock up your house, you lock up your car. Citizens National Bank of Albion works hard to keep your identity and personal account information safe and secure. We encourage you to do the same. Be very cautious when receiving phone calls asking for your personal information, online banking username and passwords. CNB will never ask you for your information over the phone. Never give out your personal information. Citizens National Bank of Albion, no better banking, member FDIC.
This is Nancy J. Winter, CPA. It has been a pleasure to grow with you, to go through the stages of your life. I would just like to say thank you to all of my clients, past and present. And as one client recently said, it's like we are family. We strive to do the best we can for you, whether it be in tax season or out, and whether it be a tax situation, a financial situation, or just someone to talk to about how things are going. Thank you for counting on us. Stop by my office on Cherry Street in Carmine, or visit me at nancyjwintercpa.com.
Of Carterville as they lead Harrisburg 16-6. One of the things, Travis, Hawkins has 9, Biddle has 7, and one of their top guns, Lustenberger, hasn't scored yet.
And that just tells you how dangerous this Carterville team is. You know, their primary offensive option hasn't even scored yet, and they got a 10-point lead. That just shows you how much offensive firepower they have.
Yeah, it's been a two-man game with the guards. So we'll begin quarter number 2. It'll be Harrisburg basketball moving to our left. And Miles Crank will try and get something going. They set in a 1-4 offense. Unthank pops out. Sent Andy as a cutter. Ryder pops top of the key. Inside Lawrence. Takes one dribble, gets Lustenberger up, and puts it up and in. Nate Lawrence with his second field goal. That makes it a 16-8 ball game. Hawkins with the basketball. Crank's going to try and stop him. Kick it over to Lustenberger on the far side. Down low, they go inside with it to Vanderzeel. Fire out to Maddox. Crane comes off the bench and buries a triple. So they're trading 2s for 3s. Left side is Crank. Top of the circle goes to Andy down on the right baseline. Couple of dribbles, giving him some room. You can't do that. Long three off the iron, no good. Ball is tipped up and pulled down in the hands of Drew Barrington. 3-point shot this time by Crane, a little bit short. The ball came off his wrist wrong.
There's a little bit of a heat check there.
Yep. There's Crank comes around and drills one. Miles Crank gets his first bucket of the ball game. Lead pass all the way down and put in by Vanderzeel. Harrisburg slow getting down the floor, and they send a sleeper, and that makes it a 21-10 Carterville lead. 6.5 to go here in the first half. Winner plays tonight, loser goes home. Unthank with the basketball on the left side, coming around the screen. Now Crank again outside the 3-point line. Andy trying to get open, has Hawkins on him. Crank's going to take it all the way to the hole and get it and foul. Good strong move by Miles Crank. Foul is going to be charged to Drew Barrington. Tell you, look at these both teams, full of athletes. It's hard to stop any of them one-on-one.
Yeah, they're just so quick. I mean, Miles Crank didn't go by somebody who's sitting there with concrete on their feet.
Right, no question. Looking at Harrisburg, had a Charlie Fehrenbacher back in the ball game. Crank gets 3 the old-fashioned way. First free throw shot by Harrisburg. Makes it a 21-13 ball game. Here goes Hawkins, leaves it out for Vanderzeel in the corner. Now they're going to drive, shot put up by Berkey, will not go, and Andy snagged that one off the rim. Lead pass to Fehrenbacher. One dribble, looks, comes out high to Crank. Back to Fehrenbacher, wouldn't expect it, lost control, managed to keep it though. Back to Fehrenbacher from the top of the key. No, Andy gets the rebound as he's going to go up against Cade Hawkins, left hand, and puts it up short. We end up with a jump ball.
Jump ball called possession.
Possession arrow favors the Lions of Carterville. 21-13. Carterville on top of Harrisburg. We've got 5:39 to go here in the first half. Hawkins will bring it down. In the corner they go to Crane. Dribbles around the perimeter to no avail. On the far side they go to Barrington, down deep in the corner. Back to Hawkins for 3, rims in and out, and Andy goes clears. They've got a man way down the court, but Carterville gets back quick, but still they're going to put it up. It's short, rebound, fought for it, and shot over the goal. And we've got the foul is going to go against Carterville.
Both teams are really getting up and down right now. They're not really running any set half-court offense. They're just kind of driving and kicking.
Foul was on Berkey. That's a 4th team foul.
To the line for Harrisburg, shooting 32, Nate Lawrence.
Nate Lawrence will go to the line. His first appearance, get a couple of freebies, and takes advantage of the first one. Biddle checks back in for Carterville. Hawkins comes out. I see quite a bit of substitution. Carterville's got a pretty deep bench because the winner turns around and they got to play tonight. What is it, 6 o'clock, I think? 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Second free throw by Lawrence. Got them both. Harrisburg hanging around, 21-15 Carterville, as Harrisburg puts on a soft 2-2-1 press. They break it without too much difficulty. Here goes Biddle in the corner with it. Fires it over to Berkey. And ball intended for Barrington. And the ball went off the referee. And Biddle hits another 3, and the foul is going to go against Drew Barrington, just a sophomore. But, you know, the way it is, the official that hit, Jeff Omohandro, was in bounds. The ball hit him, so it's playable.
He's part of the court.
Right. If he'd been out of bounds.
He knew he had a backstop over there in the referee.
Shane Hawkins pleading his case. He knows the rules. He's going to plead it anyway. Crank will bring it down for the Bulldogs. On the far side, they give to Andy. Boy, he just covered up. Fires it back out to Prank. 3 won't go. Andy with the left-hand stick back and got it. Andy gets his second field goal. It's 24-17. Carterville by 7. We've got 4.5 left in the second quarter. Biddle. Boy, he's played well here this morning. Kicks it off, gets it right back. Oh, that 3 is just a dab long. He runs out of bounds. Good hustle by Vanderzeel to try and save it, but to no avail. Now finding another sub for Carterville, number 21, Parker. Oh, that's Hawkins, rather. As Harrisburg works it up into the offensive end. Far side, they go to Andy. Long 3. That was a dab short. Rebound tipped up. Who's going to come up with it? It's going to be Carterville trying to go all the way down. It was Berkey. And got a collision over there on the side. Adrian Mann went sliding out of bounds, and they say the ball stays on this end.
Yeah, a lot of contact there. Could have gone either way.
Hawkins has it. And trying to post up inside. Hawkins is going to drive, kick it out front. Corner. Berkey going to drive, take it all the way to the hole, partially blocked. Rebound inside, trying to go up with it was Vanderzeel, and he's going to be fouled. Adam Vanderzeel, a 6'2 senior, will go to the line and shoot 2. Free throws, both teams. I have 3 for 3. I shouldn't have said that, because as soon as you say that, you know what happens.
Yeah, got the jinx. That's why I was
quiet. I know, thank you. He hits the first one, though. Gives him 3 in the game, 4 in the game. So we dodged the curse. Crank up into the front court, met there by Biddle. In the corner, they go with Andy. Back to Crank, swing it on the right side. And we get an offensive foul against Harrisburg, maybe an illegal screen, call for an offensive foul.
Yeah, you put a little extra in that screen right there. We'll move it.
That's Fehrenbacher with the foul. He comes out of the ball game. Unthank comes back in. 26-17, a 9-point lead for Carterville. 3:31 to go. They led 16-6 at the quarter, and Harrisburg has outscored them 1 point here, thanks to 3 free throws. Here is Hawkins. He's going to stop and pop from 15. Boy, when you feel it, you feel it. Hawkins with 11.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to stop that high release on that jump shot.
Boy, he can elevate. Down in the corner is Lawrence. Out front, Crank. They leave him wide open, and he says, thank you, Miles Crank. He has 8 here in this quarter. Here's Hawkins going to drive. Out front, trying to throw it to Lustenberger, and it goes to the backcourt. It'll be a back and forth violation. Hawkins really good at those no-look passes.
Yeah, a little too much on that one, a little extra mustard.
28-20. Carterville by 8. 2:57 left here in the first half. Crank for the basketball. Gives to Lawrence near the right elbow. Oh, they had Unthank open and missed him. Crank back at the top of the key. Doing a little shake and bake against Biddle. Now, Lawrence, top of the key. Good spin move. Put it up with the right hand. Was not good, but Andy was there to stick it in. That was one of those situations. If he went with the left hand,
he would have had a wide open left-handed layup.
Yep. In traffic is Carterville. Back out front. Here's Lustenberger. Kicks it in the corner. Shot put up by Hawkins. What do you think?
It's good.
Hawkins with another 3. Here is Crank. Good spin move. Penetrates in traffic. Kicks it out to Andy for 3. Off the back of the iron. Ball is tipped out. Andy comes down with it to Crank. He'll fire from long range. Hit another one. Boy, Miles Crank has heated up here. 6, 8, 10, 11 in this quarter. And it's a 6-point game. Quickly down court. Here is Crane, puts up one, catches the bottom of the net. And they say the ball stays on this end. Some fans disagreed. Official checked with the other official, and he said, that's right, good call. Ball is inbounded out front. Swing at Lustenberger for 3. Off the iron. Andy with another rebound, and the foul is going to be charged to Blake Berkey.
Lions foul, 12, Blake Berkey, his second. Team 6.
1:43 to go, 31-25. Harrisburg has kind of woke up after being down 10. They've cut it to 6.
And they kept doing it off the back of Miles Crank. Cameron Andy's getting swarmed by any time he touches that basketball.
And Crank just went ahead and threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, say something good.
Now, if they'd had the side goals down, that would have been a good shot. 1:35 to go here in the first half of the super consolation bracket. Carterville and Harrisburg. Carterville is led from the jump go. They have the basketball. Down in the corner, they fire it. Coming around the screen, here's Hawkins, hesitation dribble. Finds Vanderzeel. Vanderzeel, no look pass, and almost stolen away. Picked up by Biddle. He's going to go coast to coast and get the bucket and the bump. Foul is going to be charged against Harrisburg. Adrian Mann, 6'1" sophomore. So Biddle has really stepped up. He has got a dozen. And Lustenberger has not scored yet. Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thought that?
Biddle, automatic. He has 13. And Hawkins has 14. 27 out of the 34. As we can't see what happened, 4 people walked right in front of us.
It looks like there was a traveling violation on Miles Crank.
So it'll be Carterville basketball with 1:09, a 9-point lead. Will you play for the last shot? Or will Hawkins jack a 3? Either play will work. Either one will work.
I think it's just the best shot available. If it happens to be a 3, it happens to be a 3.
Kind of like Miles Crank on that 40-footer yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Here is Hawkins. Gives on the left side, Lustenberger. He's going to take it all the way to the hole. Rejected by Andy. Outlet pass. Here come the Bulldogs. Shot put up, and he lost control of it. Ross Ryder, and he got it in the bump. Ross Ryder, good offensive glass. He gets his first basket of the ball game. And we'll get a free throw for his efforts. Well, you look at Ryder, they list him at 5'11". That may be stretching it a little bit.
Yeah, but he's one of those guys who are just, strong athletes and going to give you the best effort on every given day.
And the ball dances around, finally falls through. Substitution coming in for Harrisburg. Crank comes in, Ryder goes out. Look at those arms. I know he's got to play football. Heck of a baseball player.
Yeah, he looks like a fullback.
Yes, because he has a full back. No pun intended. 40 seconds to go, 34-28. Harrisburg, after being down 10, has battled back within 7. Lustenberger on the far side now gives Biddle. Harrisburg went to a 1-2-2 zone. Thought they might try and trap out of it. Andy at the top of it. And Biddle's going to tuck it under his arm. Fire over to Lustenberger. They've got Hawkins and Crane in the corner. High post is Vanderzeel. We're down to 18 seconds, 34-28. Now they're putting a little more pressure on it. They drop back straight man. They give to Hawkins. Crank has the obligation to try and stop him. And Hawkins goes up. He's fouled by Andy. And you heard that roar. They thought it was a good block. Got him with the body. So Caden Hawkins will go to the line to shoot 2 more. And Ryder's going to check in as Crank comes off.
Grabbing at that ankle.
Thing I would be, of course, ankles. I'm surprised we haven't seen more leg cramps.
Yeah, it's been very fortunate on that part of it.
First free throw is good by Hawkins. The lead is back to 7 at 35-28. He'll have one more. We've got 5.2 seconds remain here in the first half, and he is perfect. And a 30-second timeout charge to Carterville. So we'll go ahead and keep it right here. 36-28, and Carterville led 16-6. Harrisburg battled back within 6, but it seemed like Carterville is kind of holding their own with them. I'm going to keep Harrisburg at bay.
Yeah, Carterville's been using their defense to turn into offense. I mean, Harrisburg's turned the ball over 9 times, 5 in the first quarter, 4 in the second. And that's when they weren't turning the ball over, that's when they made their run and, cut into this deficit. But, Carterville's just good defensively, and they're long, and they want to get out and run. And if they speed you up, you're playing their game.
And that's what, coaches try to do. They want to control the tempo. Crane is really down there at the bench. He is really given to that ankle.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for Harrisburg.
No. He is really gimping with it. So Carterville, I'd say put a little pressure on them. They do. They come down, try and not give them the good shot. And so here we go. Ryder to inbound it. They're going to have to find somebody, and they give it to Lawrence. Lawrence on the dribble. That's what they want. They want him to dribble. He's going to fire a three, and it will not go. And before the official signal that no basket, it wouldn't count if it went in. Shane Hawkins was helping him on this side. He was going no basket. So that ends one half of play with a score. The Carterville Lions 36, the Harrisburg Bulldogs 28. Back in 2 minutes.
Family medicine providers care for everyone in your family through all stages of life. If you need a primary care provider, Farrell Hospital has 3 new family medicine physicians accepting new patients. Dr. Clay Ford in Harrisburg, Dr. Samantha Mosby in Eldorado, and Dr. Chris Moore in McLeansboro for quality, convenient primary care close to home for both adults and children. Visit farrellhospital.org and call to make your appointment today.
Taylor Eye Care on Falcon Avenue in Carmi has over 500 eyeglass frames to choose from in stock. Also, a large selection of designer sunglass, non-prescription or prescription. Taylor Eye Care treats every patient like a member of their family, going above and beyond the expected for a truly memorable eye care experience. Call Taylor Eye Care at 618-382-4683 for your next eye exam. That's 618-382-4683. Taylor Eye Care, excellence in eye care.
Roark Transport in Carmi has earned a reputation of dependable hauling that many in this area have depended on. Roark Transport now also offers rock, dirt, and lime hauling. From parking lots, driveways, and washouts, Roark Transport can handle all your rock and dirt hauling needs. Farmers can also depend on Roark Transport to deliver their lime when and where they need it. For your next driveway or parking lot job, remember Roark Transport for fast, dependable service. Call Roark Transport today at 265-3665.
Family owned and operated for more than 70 years. Rush Appliance and Furniture stands the test of time. We have a large selection of in-stock furniture and appliances for every room in your home, grills and smokers, and an unmatched dedication to superior service. This is Sean Rush inviting you to visit me in Fairfield or my dad Terry in Carmi, where we can help you furnish every room in your house with superb service after the sale.
Evil Eye Creative Studio in Carmi is a full-service communications and design consultancy. Located in the heart of Southern Illinois, we have a strong focus on small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations.
Finally woke up, put up 22 points in the second quarter. Carterville added 20, so they've cut the deficit there to 8. Look at the scoring for, first of all, for Carterville. It's been a two-man game as Caden Hawkins with 16. Peyton Biddle has 13. They got 4 from Adam Vanderzeel with 4, and then Maddox Crane drilled a 3 in front of Harrisburg's bench. Miles Crank turned it up there in the second quarter for Harrisburg. He has 11, but he came out there with about 35 seconds left and really gimping on that ankle, and after the timeout he could barely put weight on it, so that's going to be a tough blow for Harrisburg if he's not able to come back. He leads the way with 11. They got 6 from Nate Lawrence and 6 from Cameron Andy, and Andy, they've done a good job defensively, but also he's missed some wide open shots, so he'll have to pick it up if Harrisburg wants a chance. Ross Ryder with 3 and Andrew Unthank with a bucket. 36-28. We'll take a break and remind you, you're listening to the Eldorado Holiday Tournament on WRUL online and our sports YouTube channel. And appreciate you all listening to that. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Evil Eye Creative Studio in Carmi is a full-service communications and design consultancy. Located in the heart of Southern Illinois, we have a strong focus on small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. From t-shirts to business cards to large format banners, we are excited to make your design project a reality. We also specialize in video and audio production. Reach out to us to see how we can create something amazing together, all within your budget. Evil Eye Creative Studio. What can we create with you?
Teamwork. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress, and working together is success. Carmi Lumber celebrates the student athletes competing and wishes them great success. Depend on the team at Carmi Lumber for all success with your home projects. Electrical, plumbing, lumber, hardware, and more. Before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. Visit them on North 3rd Street in Carmi or carmilumber.net. Carmi Lumber, proud supporter of area athletes.
Welcome back to the EHT. We're at halftime of the Harrisburg and Carterville game. Carterville leads Harrisburg 36-28. Some of the halftime stats. Carterville shot 12 of 25 from the floor.
Got to keep that headset on there, Chief.
Yep. Yeah, cord's getting wrapped up around your feet. 12 of 25 from the floor for 48%. 4 of 13 from 3 for 31%. 8 of 8 from the free throw line, shooting 100%. Harrisburg shot 11 of 27 from the floor for 41%. 2 of 9 from 3 for 22%. 4 of 4 from the free throw line for 100%. Rebounding and turnover numbers. Carterville, 4 offensive, 5 defensive rebounds, and 4 turnovers. Harrisburg, 8 offensive rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds, and 9 turnovers.
Well, you know, Harrisburg winning the battle of the boards, but they're also winning the turnovers. And you can't, that's something you can't do.
Yeah, getting extra offensive rebounds really helps you get more possessions, but if you turn it over when you get them, that's just, you know, it's a net negative.
Well, you know, we always say, my philosophy is, you know, you turn the ball over, it's a 4-point swing. The 2 you didn't get, the 2 that they could possibly get. And you said, what, Harrisburg had 9?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a whole bunch of points, and it's an 8-point ball game.
Mm-hmm. And that's how Carterville's been getting up and down. I mean, they get the turnover, and then somebody's already at the other end waiting to score because Carterville wants to score the basketball.
And they want to get Harrisburg in their game and run and gun, whereas Harrisburg needs to kind of control more, bring it down, set it up, try and free Andy. They've done a pretty good job on him. They've held him to 3 field goals, but you know, it's one of those situations we saw Monday's game. It all runs together. Andy never scored the first half.
Mm-hmm. That was Monday.
And then, like, what, 22 or something like that?
22 in the second half and overtime. I mean, he is Harrisburg's primary offensive weapon. I mean, Miles Crank did a good job at, you know, taking up for that slack that Andy had in the first half, getting 11, but, you know, he kind of rolled his ankle at the end there on contestant Hawkins' last shot for the 2 free throws. And he's going to be, he can't play in this second half, that's a big loss for Harrisburg, and that's 11 of your 28 points just going to be gone. So they're going to either have to figure out a way to open up Cameron Andy more, get him some easier buckets, or, you know, somebody else is going to have to step up.
You know these kids are well conditioned. There's no question about that. But you wonder about the legs. Harrisburg expended so much energy yesterday against Heron to play the number 1 seed into overtime, and you wonder, what have you got coming back here this morning?
Yeah, I mean, these guys are, you know, prime of their life, well-conditioned athletes, but yeah, you got to wonder. I mean, they played 2 full games the last 2 days plus extra for overtime, and you know, after a hard-fought loss like that against Heron, that's just going to take you down a little more. Not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally, because you're putting everything into there. So, yeah, it's going to be a war of attrition in the second half for Harrisburg, who, really doesn't go as deep as Carterville.
Well, and again, I think it showed there Harrisburg only 6 points in the first quarter. Try to get woke up and try and save your legs. We'll take a final 60-second break. Be back with the second half right after these words.
Fouls, double dribbles, air balls. Unfortunately, all part of the game.
But with a great team behind you, you're right back in the game.
Sometimes life knocks you down, but State Farm agent Doug Raber and his team are there to make sure you get back up.
When something unfortunate happens, call me and get peace of mind you're working with a team committed to making sure your life goes right.
Call 618-445-2012. Find Doug Raber on Facebook and on the Square in Albion.
Stop in Silver Dollar Gaming every day December 26th through December 31st and enter to win $250, $500, $750, or $1,000 for guaranteed winners. Located in Carmi, Eldorado, Harrisburg, Heron, DuQuoin, Alany, Murfreesboro, Salem, and West City. Partnered with J&J Gaming and located only at Silver Dollar Gaming. Must be 21 years of age to enter.
Start of the second half, 36-28. The winner comes back and plays tonight at 6 p.m. for the 5th place Super Consolation Trophy. I want you to stay with us because right after this, I'm going to step aside. Cole Carter is going to step in, and Travis Black, as it's going to be Anna Jonesboro and Carmi, as AJ got hammered yesterday by Massac, 86-49. And Eldorado pulled a big upset as they knocked off the third-seeded Carmi White County Bulldogs, 49-37. So it'll be AJ and Carmi right after this ball game here. So 36-28, Carterville on top. And, the big thing for Harrisburg is Miles Crank. Can he play? I always like what Coach Kurt Simon, the football coach at Carmi, said you can play hurt, but you don't play injured.
Yeah, you don't play injured. Are you hurt or you're injured? There's a difference.
Yeah.
One means you can play, one means you can't.
Hey, you're an 18-year-old senior. You're just hurt, Coach. I'm not injured. I'm hurt. Come on, put some duct tape on it. I'm good. Shove that bone back in. We'll see what happens. Crank, he is the athlete, no question. But we will see what happens. Coach Fehrenbacher still talking with his kids. Carterville's on the floor. And we're just about ready for another 16 minutes of basketball to find out who goes home. And Crank he's going to play. You knew he would. I mean, unless a bone was sticking out, he'd probably say, get some duct tape.
Rub some dirt in it.
Rub some dirt. You must have been an athlete in school, right?
Oh, yes.
Or you're like me. I was on the team. I don't know about that. They get the ball into Crank, and he's going to take it all the way to the hole, lay it up, and that puts the answer to that question.
I think that ankle's fine.
Yeah, a lot better when you hit that running layup. So Crank with 13 cuts the deficit to 6, 36-30, running around the screen trying to give Hawkins. Here's Lustenberger to the left elbow, leaves it for Biddle. He's been a hot hand, takes it all the way to the hole, put it up, no good. Rebound inside Vanderzell. Or check that. Wakey with a bucket. So Carterville comes right back and answers. Here's Andy with the basketball near midcourt. He's picked up there by Berkey. And try to go to Ryder on the side. Good hustle there.
Almost knocked the desk over.
By Hawkins. I've seen the desk scooted before.
I told Cole Monday night that was the first time I've ever seen somebody crash through that and break it apart.
Long court pass. Boy, Hawkins got up in the air, saved it from going out of bounds and trying to, but Andy beat the Carterville defender to it. Here's a bounce pass to Lawrence. Great pass by Andy. And Lawrence couldn't hand on to it, and right away, Coach Fehrenbacher says, I want a 30-second timeout. So we'll go ahead, right here. We're just 47 seconds into the second quarter, and he wants to get things organized. Guys, we cannot afford to run and gun would be what my thoughts would be what Coach is telling his kids.
Yeah, Harrisburg doesn't have the offensive firepower that Carterville does, so they're playing right in their hands if they think they're going to be able to, get up and down with them.
So we'll see what happens. 38-30. Boy, you take away that first quarter, and it's been
a pretty even game.
Back and forth. So Andy saying, Coach, this is what we need to do. And Coach said, yeah, I agree. So they said, well, guys, let's just go out and do it. As
Miles Crank's still favoring that ankle, just standing there. Looks like he's been taken out of the game.
Yeah. He said, well, Coach, he said, it kind of stiffened up on me a little bit. I'm all right. Boy, what a drive he made from the center line. Took it all the way to the hole. But, you know, as a coach, you want to play, but your kids' health and safety comes first.
Like we said, you know, the top of the broadcast, there's more important things in this game.
Carterville tried to throw a full-length court pass, and it was intercepted by Fehrenbacher, but he threw it back in to Berkey, and Berkey started to go up with a jump pass and got caught up in the air, and nobody was there, and he's called for traveling. So lucky break there for Harrisburg.
Yeah, not really sure where he wanted to go with the basketball there. There was really nobody around to pass it to.
Here's Lawrence with it on the left side. Drives to the top of the circle. Gives to Fehrenbacher. In the corner to Andy. Boy, they're not letting him room. Nice move. Fake left, went right, put it up. It won't go. And he is going to be fouled on the stick back. It may be on Wakey. So Cameron Andy, only 6 points in the ball game, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Andy, just a junior, and bags that one. He'll have another one. He has 7 in the game now. And that's Harrisburg's deficit, 38-31. We played a minute 15 here in the third quarter. Second free throw, automatic. 38-32. Harrisburg showing a 1-2-2 full court press. They give it to Hawkins. Back over to Lustenberger. Back to Hawkins. They cross the 10-second stripe. Hawkins on the run. He's got that hesitation dribble. Biddle. That one is short. Ball saved by Carterville. And Hawkins, good pass, gives to Biddle. He drives in the lane, fakes left, goes right. Berkey to the right elbow, back to Hawkins. Hawkins going to drive, put it up in traffic and get it. How he gets some of those shots off is amazing.
Yeah.
Hang time. So he gets the basket and the bump. Makes it 40-32. Unthank committed the personal. And Hawkins, you know, neither team, after it's over, we can make this, has not missed a free throw.
And, you know, it's many games is, you know, come down to free throws. That's very important.
Andy on the left-hand dribble. Now he reverts, comes back to the top of the circle. And he's going to stop and pop. Berkey got a piece of it. Ball is tipped over, picked up by Carterville. Here come the Lions on the run. And a no-look bounce pass. Hawkins intended it for Berkey, but Ross Ryder got a foot, kicked it out of bounds. Adrian Mann and Carmelo Downey comes into the ball game. Ryder comes out, Unthank comes out. Maybe trying to get a little more quickness. Hawkins will inbound it to our left, the left of the goal. Setting a screen. And they bring it back out to Lustenberger. Has it at the top of the key. Hawkins comes around a screen. Fires in the corner to Berkey. Will not go. And Lawrence will come down with it. Into the front court. Here is Downey. He got double teamed. Picked away by Biddle. 2-on-2. Biddle stops and pops up with the left hand. Too strong. Rebound inside. And what a strong rebound.
That is a grown man board right there.
Wow. Braden Wakey and Harrisburg try to push it down the floor, and they step on the sideline. And it's going to be a turnover. Miles Crank will come back in. Ross Ryder will come back in. And Coach Fehrenbacher looks at the two players that just came out, and Mann and Downey kind of had his hands like, guys, what's going on? 43-32. Maybe the biggest lead for Carterville. We've got 5:20 to go here in the quarter. Down deep in the corner is Berkey. Inside pass. Has it knocked away. Picked up by Harrisburg. Here's Ryder. Gives on the far side to Fehrenbacher. He's going to drive to the right elbow. Leave it for Andy. Has the screen. Top of the key. Hesitation dribble. Deep in the corner to Crank. To Lawrence coming across the baseline. Trying to back his way in traffic. Put up a shot. Will not go. Lustenberger will clear. Outlet pass Hawkins. 3-on-2. Hawkins in the corner for Biddle for a three off the iron, no good. And right there to get the rebound was Berkey, and
shuffle the shoes.
Tried to do a couple of fakes. And he's called for traveling. 43-32. Carterville leads by 11. We have 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. Loser goes home. Winner plays tonight at 6 o'clock. Andy with it on a far. Ooh, he was wide open on that cut, and they missed him. Here's Ryder at the free throw line. Back to Andy. Trying to drive the baseline. Does in traffic. Puts it up and in. Andy now double digits with 10. And Harrisburg needs a stop, 43-34. You're not going to stop Hawkins. He puts it up short. Unthank comes down with a rebound. Outlet pass to Fehrenbacher. Lead pass in the corner. Ryder inside the three-point line from the corner, puts it up short. Rebound by Unthank outside to Crank. Boom. Miles Crank, Gippy angle and all, has 16 in the ball game. That cuts it to 6, 43-37. Lustenberger, first basket of the ball game for him as he buries a three, the top of the key. And it's back to 9, 46-37. Craig can't handle the inbounds pass. They give it to Lustenberger, back to Biddle, puts it up and in, and he's fouled. Boy, good two-man game right there.
Yeah, nonchalant pass by Harrisburg. Carterville capitalizes, getting the steal off the inbound.
Peyton Biddle will go to the line as Vanderzeel checks back in. Coming out is Wakey. And also for Carterville, Drew Barrington will come in. And who's going to get a break? Berkey. So Biddle at the line. And man, where has he come from? 15 points in the ball game, had 7 in the first quarter. First free throw missed, and Hawkins got the rebound, tipped it up too strong, run down in the corner. Back Lustenberger, you can't leave him open. That three is short. Rebound tipped up. Carterville comes up with it, back out to Hawkins. Hesitation dribble, fires it to Lustenberger, down in the corner. Shot put up will not go, rebound Carterville again. Another shot put up, that one won't go, and finally Unthank clears the boards. A couple of more offensive rebounds. And outlet pass went to Crank. Hawkins tried to come up with a steal, and he got a little bit of arm.
Yeah, that was 3 offensive rebounds on 1 possession for Carterville. Harrisburg, if they want to get back in this game, it cannot allow that to happen.
I think they just had, what, 4 offensive the first half, something like that?
Yeah, they just almost got as many just right there, and that's a little, segment of the game.
Full court pressure to by Carterville, gets it into Andy. Gets it up in the friendly end, stops and pops from 3. That one is short. Andy gets his own rebound, puts it up. That one won't go. Ball is tipped out, picked up by Biddle. Lions on the run, bounce pass ahead to Berkey. No. That was Barrington rather than Berkey, and so both teams misfire. Crank, nice job, hesitation dribble, puts it up, he's fouled. You could never tell he has a gimpy ankle.
Yeah, he's being a warrior out there. He's not trying to favor it.
That's what you need out of your senior leadership, no question about that. Crank to the line. He will shoot 2. He has 16 in the ball game. He's got to be looked at for all conference. All tournament. Of course, if you're like me, shoot, put every one of them on the all tournament team. 48-38. Carterville by a dime. 2:46 to go here in the third quarter. Remind you to stay with us. We've got Anna Jonesboro and Carmi White County immediately following this game. Second one is good. 48-39, and you go back, it was a 10-point game in the first quarter. Here is Biddle, works to the elbow, gives to Lustenberger. Hawkins, left side, long 3, short. Hawkins follows his shot, saves it, gets it in bounds across. Lustenberger for a 3, no. Unthank trying to go high, and we're going to get a foul. It's going to go against the Lions of Carterville on a push as bodies banged around the backboard. 48-39. I'm sure Harrisburg would like to have that first quarter back.
Yeah, they sure would. They played Carterville to a draw since.
Lawrence will bring it up. Lustenberger, watch out for the trap. He dribbles right into it. They find Unthank on a high post, leaves it for Crank. Miles Crank with the basketball, backs it back out as he's guarded by Vanderzeel. Now Lawrence has it. Unthank stands near the Eagle logo in the center of the floor. Crank down low to Lawrence. Tried to drive, spin move, put it up in traffic, too strong. And Unthank was there to get the rebound, and when he went up, he was fouled by Vanderzeel. One thing I've noticed I like about Carterville, if they can't get the rebound, they try to get a piece of it and tip it out.
Yeah, they try to get, tap it out. If you can't get it, maybe your teammates will, giving them another opportunity at it.
Andrew Unthank, 2 points in a ball game. This will be his first appearance at the charity stripe. And he makes them pay. 48-40, deficit back to 8. So Andy comes out after talking with Coach Fehrenbacher, holds up finger number 1. We'll see what that involves as Unthank, couple of dribbles. Lets it go short, but will not drop. Rebound fought for, pulled down by Lustenberger. Lead pass to Biddle. He's going to go up, reverse layup, put it up short. With the rebound comes down Carterville, and coming out with it is Vanderzeel. He's going to drive the baseline, kick it out. They go left side. Boy, good ball movement to Lustenberger for 3. No. And clearing high is Lawrenceville. Boy, Carterville can move the basketball.
Yeah, they don't let the ball stick. They don't, dribble the air out of it. They get that ball moving.
Here is Ryder. He'll work the left side of the court. Now Andy has it top of the key. Wants a screen from Unthank. He's going to go the other way. Try to back his way in. He's going to be called for traveling. A little bit too much of a spin move. He spun one way, tried to come back the other, and never established a pivot foot. NBA, that would have been legal. Lustenberger, they're going to throw a Hail Mary all the way down. Unthank deflected it, but it came down in the hands of Carterville. Skip pass to Biddle down in the corner, trying to drive against Lawrence. Bounce pass out front, swing it. Boy, they moved that ball to Lustenberger for 3. Lustenberger, his second 3, 51-40, back to 11. Harrisburg gets with it about 6 or 8. Carterville has the answer. Here's Lawrence up front with it, and we're going to get a reach-in foul on Lustenberger. And right near the center court, you kind of wonder why.
Yeah, there's no real point in that. Fouling, 40 feet from the basket really never made sense, but it happens a lot.
Of course, we never did it when we played, though, did we?
No, never.
Never, no. Lawrence will inbound it right in front of the scorer's bench. 57 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Inbound to Andy. Trying to back his way in. Nice spin move. He got it. Andy with a dozen. 51-42. You always think sometimes, will the team play for the last shot? Not Carterville if somebody's open.
They're trying to get up as many shots as possible.
51-42, 9-point lead. Here goes Hawkins, tries to drive, backs his way up. He's a fun player to watch. 30 seconds, here goes Hawkins all the way, lays it up and in, put it right up in over Lawrence. Hawkins with 21, steal by Carterville. Here goes Hawkins again, and he's fouled. Drew Barrington snuck down there. There's such a word as snuck.
Yeah.
He snuck down in there and stole the pass. And that's going to send Hawkins to the line. And he will shoot 2, so instead of thinking we're only going to be down maybe 9-11, then they come right back and a chance to hit a baker's dozen. Hawkins is almost automatic at the free throw line. And now he's given instructions. He backs off the free throw line and says, hey guys, they got a man deep. Let's get back there and get on him. Talk about court awareness. Wow. Second free throw is good. He is 8 for 8 from the line and has 23, and you got to consider him for all tournament, I think.
Yeah, anyone from Carterville, he's played probably the best tournament so far, and he's really been the catalyst of this 13-point lead for Carterville.
55-42, and we're going to get a reach-in foul on Maddox Crane, trying to deny the inbounds pass. That is the 7th foul. And Shane Hawkins, the coach, kind of shaking his head like, guys, why? 84 feet away. But, Coach, I had the opportunity.
Had the opportunity for the steal.
Yeah. That's what you say when you get fouled and miss a layup. Coach, I was fouled. Referee missed a call. Here's Miles Crank. He'll shoot the 1-and-1. And he nails that one. He'll have another one. Crank with 19. Lustenberger checks in. And Vanderzeel checks out. So Crank for one more. Automatic. He is perfect. 5 of 5. 55-44. 13 seconds. Here is Hawkins. Andy has the unenviable job of trying to stop him. Hawkins is going to stop and pop from 12, get around, not go. Tipped up by Berkey. Gets his own rebound back out to Hawkins for 3. Off the rim. No good. And that's the way the third quarter will end with a score. The Carterville Lions 55. The Harrisburg Bulldogs 44. Back in 60 seconds.
Have you ever thought about the importance of a personal relationship with your bank? In today's world of kiosk and efficiencies, not every bank will take the time to get to know you and understand your financial goals. But at Banterra, we do just that. We have a strong local team with vast experience who live in and know our communities well. Stop by a Banterra bank location near you and get to know a bank who truly understands personal service. Banterra Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Don't let concerns about current events derail your long-term financial strategy. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor, Abby Mawson, and I'm here to help. We can work together to understand today's financial landscape and make sure you achieve your goals. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Let's connect. Start by giving me a call at 618-842-4696. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
All right, back here at the 58th Annual Eldorado Holiday Tournament. You are listening to this historic tournament on WRUL 97.3 and WRUL.com, along with our sports channel at WRUL YouTube Sports. And again, take away the first quarter. It was a 10-point Carterville lead. We've played another 16 minutes and an 11-point lead. And you know, Harrisburg would like to have the first quarter back.
Yeah, I mean, Harrisburg's played them basically to a draw, maybe a difference of 3 or 4 points. But, I mean, Harrisburg's making their runs. They get within, 5 to 6 points, and then Carterville just, pushes it back out to this 11-point lead that they have now.
Carterville basketball as they move to our left. They spread the floor. Here's trying to drive is Lustenberger. Fakes left, gives it out to Berkey. He's going to lay it up. Finger roll short. Rebound pulled down by Lawrence of Harrisburg. Miles Crank. You see him give to that ankle just a little bit. Comes with it to Ross Ryder on the right side. Down low they go inside to Andy. Spin move, triple team, put it up, and he is called for traveling. Man, I tell you what, they got around him like stepping on a Coke can. He had nowhere to go. Quickly here comes Carterville. Ball intended out for Lustenberger, and Hawkins thought it was intended for him. He leaped, and all he got was a piece of it, went into the backcourt. Unforced turnover by Carterville.
Yeah, and Harrisburg's going to have to start taking advantage of these Carterville turnovers if they want to get a chance to get back in this game.
Coach Hawkins down on one knee, encouraging his players to play some defense. And it goes into Miles Crank in the backcourt. Crank with the basketball on a 1-4 high set. Crank's the cutter, has a screen by Unthank. Ryder goes to the free throw line to Crank. Free throw line extended left side. Post up Unthank on a high post. Tries to do something with it, has it stripped away. We're going to get a foul on Biddle. Peyton Biddle picks up the personal foul. That'll be his second. Is that the fourth team foul? Eighth foul. So Mr. Unthank, who is 1 of 2 from the line, will go and shoot another 1-and-1. That one is no good, and going high for it is Carterville's Braden Wakey. Hawkins will walk it down. 7 minutes left in this one. Trying to drive is Lustenberger out to Biddle. Come on the right side to Berkey, and somebody got lost on assignment. Blake Berkey gets his first basket of the ball game.
Yeah, those layups don't get any freer than those.
Wow. And he took advantage of it. Lawrence will bring it up against Lustenberger. And watch out, here comes a trap. But they find it to Ryder. He loses control. The ball goes into the backcourt. Just seeing those guys come make you have a tendency to want to panic sometime, and that's what happened then. 57-44. Berkey with it on the right side. He's got Ryder against him. Lustenberger near the high on the left corner. Now Hawkins. Boy, he is so quick, that first step. He leaves it for Lustenberger, who's going to drive, put it up, and He's going to be fouled. That looked one of those that didn't quite look right. It looked like almost a travel. Or what's a Euro step?
Euro step. He went for the Euro step and got bumped, and it just looked like he drug his foot a little bit, but I guess they're going to call it because of the contact.
Well, they run an inbounds pass, and Berkey hits Hawkins. Hawkins with 25, and the lead is 15. Largest lead of the morning for Carterville. Left side is Ryder. Fakes left, gives a little head fake, fires one from 15, will not drop, and the rebound comes down to the Lions of Carterville. A 15-point lead with 6 minutes left in this one. Here is Hawkins, goes again, left hand will not drop, and he's going to be fouled. I tell you what, that first step is probably one of the quickest first steps I've seen. Definitely here in this tournament.
I mean, yeah, he's got a quick first step, and he's, right-handed, but they've been giving it, him the left-handed drive, and he's taking advantage, and he's leaving people in the dust.
How'd you like to try and guard him?
I'm calling for 2. I'm calling for a double team.
Or a triple or whatever. But Harrisburg plays that, playing that man, and they've got the what Carterville does. They just send everybody long or wide.
Yeah, they just flatten everyone out and let them go one-on-one up at the top, and then when somebody drops down to help, he just kicks it out, and they get all these threes they've been, hitting.
So he has, 26? And it's a 16-point lead for Carterville. 3 dribbles. And Hawkins is 10 of 10 from the charity stripe. Drew Barrington checks in as Hawkins comes out. I imagine he's done for the morning, you would think, with a 17-point lead. We'll see what happens. Of course, Harrisburg is capable. They can put points on the board as they get the ball up in the offensive end. Trying to do some handling. I think that's man with the basketball. Frank Fehrenbacher will drive, leaves it for shot put up, will not drop. Fehrenbacher with the stick back and got it.
Charlie Fehrenbacher.
Fehrenbacher with his first bucket of the ball game. 61-46, a 15-point Carterville lead. Here is Lustenberger, kicks it out to Berkey. He's going to drive, stop, out front Biddle. Couple of dribbles to the elbow, takes it all the way in. Peyton Biddle has 17 in the ball game. As Downey will walk it across the 10-second stripe, gives to Fehrenbacher, comes around the perimeter, stops near the top of the circle, gives it to Unthank, and then goes and sets the screen. Gives it back to Fehrenbacher. They're going to work the left side of the court. Back out front to Downey. Downey behind the back, nowhere to go, good defense. Now they come with it on the right side. Long 3-point shot put up by Fehrenbacher, and that was an air ball.
Yeah, somebody opened the door, felt a breeze.
Well, you know what, the old adage, good shooters don't hit the rim. Well, that's not quite what they're talking about. Maddox Crane back in the ball game. 4:27. Carterville up by 17. I think it's worth the situation. It's not going to be a matter of who, but how much. Here is Lustenberger from downtown. Boom, he's finally got hot. Lustenberger shut out the first half, has 3 threes here in the last half, and it's a 20-point ball game. And we're going to get a foul on Peyton Biddle. Adrian Mann will go to the line. He is a sophomore at 6'1". That's a 19 foul. So Harrisburg opens up, or Carterville opens up an 11-2 run. And the free throw does a little dance and falls through. So Mann gets his name in the scorebook. He'll have another opportunity. Second one, ditto. Harrisburg has missed 1 free throw, I think, and so has Carterville. And they've shot a bunch of them today. Here's Lustenberger in the corner to Biddle. Biddle, oh, nice shovel pass inside. Shot put up, will not go. As Wakey couldn't get it to drop it, he'll go to the line, and he'll shoot a couple. Boy, I tell you what, Biddle has really impressed me. I haven't seen that much out of him until today.
I mean, yesterday during that Vienna game, he was really a catalyst in, getting them back in that game. A couple threes, a couple nice drives. I mean, this whole Carterville team is really impressive. They move that basketball. It doesn't stick in somebody's hand for too long unless, they're running that 4 low with Hawkins at the top.
And he buries both of them. Vanderzeel comes back in as Wakey comes out. 68-48, exactly 4 minutes left. Still a little pressure in the backcourt as Harrisburg tries to get it across the 10-second stripe. Trying to drive outside. Here's Crank. Three-pointer is short. Rebound on the floor. Who's got it? I do. You take it. Scrumble it around. Who's going to come up with it? And finally, it's pulled down by Maddox Crane. Lead pass, and after Maddox Crane dumped it off, he took off. And again, getting by the Harrisburg defense. And the ball is lost by Carterville, picked back up by Harrisburg. Back to Crank. He thought about a 3, but Barrington was right there with him. 70-48, 3:14 left. This has been a good ball game, but boy, I tell you what, Carterville has come out a 15-4 run here in the fourth quarter. Here is Downey inside Crank. No look pass to Downey, who cut down the lane, and he lays it up and in. Carmelo Downey with his first field goal. That makes it a 70-50 game. Downey behind the back, lost control of it, gets it back. Looks for somebody, finally finds Unthank way out front. Downey at the midcourt stripe. On the dribble, comes right to Fehrenbacher. Fehrenbacher looks and looks. He tries to drive, leaves it for Mann. Drives back to Unthank. Well, he wanted a 3. Fehrenbacher will take a 3 and hit it. Charlie Fehrenbacher has 5 in the ball game, his first three-pointer.
Yeah, he shook off that last attempt that, didn't touch rim. That one didn't either. I think it's more the result he was looking for.
Right. All right, and with that, timeout called by Carterville, and I think he wants to get a bunch of players in. You see Brock Chastain is going to be checking in. And he's got a couple more bodies as timeout is called. We'll take a short 30-second break and be right back, and we'll try to get these names down.
Warm up with savings at your local Huck's Market. Join the Huck's Bucks Big Rewards loyalty program today and save 10 cents on fuel every gallon, every day for a limited time. Download the new Huck's Bucks Big Rewards loyalty app and start earning your big rewards today. Exclusive offers tailored to you and earn points with nearly every purchase to redeem for merchandise, fuel discounts, free food, and more. Find it on the App Store and on Google Play.
All right, a couple of subs for Carterville comes in. Zon Guntry, he's a 6'6 junior, along with Parker Poole, a 6'1 sophomore. And Poole has the ball near the front court. Has the ball knocked away, and it's picked up by Fehrenbacher. 70-55, Carterville by 15. Fehrenbacher down in the corner, shot put up by Harrisburg, will not go. Downey with the rebound, count it. Good, strong rebound by the 6-foot junior. So he gets the hoop and the harm. And Downey with 4 in the game will try to add to that. And back of the rim, Fehrenbacher with a rebound, puts it up and airballs it. Rebound saved, almost saved by Vanderzeel, and he goes out of bounds. Carterville quickly up court, down in the corner. With the basketball is Brandon Skelcher. Inside they go with it to Poole. Now making a drive is Waller, Josh Waller, out in the corner. Three-point shot put up by Poole is short. Harrisburg comes down with the rebound. Lead pass and a shot put up. Will not drop by Adrian Mann. And he will go to the line and he will shoot a couple. Adrian Mann, who is 2 of 2 from the line, will try and add to it. This has been a close game. Boy, free throws have made a difference. Both teams have been almost perfect.
Yeah, and this is, different than the rest of the tournament where there's been multiple games where teams missed double-digit free throws and shot 40%. And, both these teams are, on fire from the line.
Second one is good as well. He is 4 of 4 from the line. Another substitution coming in for Harrisburg. Well, that's Andy coming back. So he's been kind of, you know, how would you like to have a bad game and still get 12?
I mean, that's a bad game for him. I mean, he's had a rough go of it. Carterville's done a great job at neutralizing what he likes to do on the offensive end.
Skelcher gives to Poole down in the corner. They go with a Chastain. Back out front now to Waller. He's going to drive. Nothing there. Ball slapped away. Skelcher runs it down. And we get a traveling violation. And trying to see who that was. Someone ran right in front of us about that time. Downey will bring the ball down the court. On the dribble. Gives to Fehrenbacher. Inside they go to Andy. Left hand, he puts it up short. Rebound pulled down by Carterville's, I guess, John X-A-N Guthrie. In the corner, trying to drive. Pass down in the corner, mishandled, trying to get rid of it. They do to the top of the key to Skelcher. Back down in the corner is Waller. He'll fire a three. Back of the iron. And rebound on the floor. Carterville comes up with it. And Josh Waller is going to be fouled. And that should be the 7th team foul. 70-57. As Carterville's Josh Waller will go to the line, get a chance to get his name in the scorebook. He's a 5'10 junior. And we've got wholesale substitution. That's what's bad. They clear the bench, and the benches, they do not put their names on there. So we got some mystery people out there. Do you see Logan Engel, a 5'10 sophomore? The first free throw was good. So he will have one more shot. 71-57. Looks like Carterville's going to play again this afternoon or this evening at 6 o'clock. They'll play the winner of the next game. Second free throw was missed. Harrisburg will clear. Quickly down court come the Bulldogs. In the corner they go to Andy. And he cannot get it to drop, but he is fouled.
Yeah, he's had a tough time in the paint today. Normally he shoots a good, 55% in there. Right now he's shooting about, 30.
Seems like most of the shots he's missed have been short.
Yeah, he's just leaving it on the edge of the rim, which we talked about it. Legs. They played 2 games in 48 hours, and some teams have played 3. That's why the EHT is so difficult. There's so much, basketball to be played in a short amount of time. Really wears on you physically.
Second free throw rims in and out. Rebound run down by Harrisburg. Trying to get it inside to Andy. Nothing there. Now they finally do, and he has it knocked away. We're at 20 seconds. 71-51. Carterville tries to run with it. Gets it down on the offensive end. Kick it out front to number 34. Over to Logan Engel in the corner. Back out front to Brock Chastain. And now number 33 is the mystery man, and that's the way this one is going to end with the score. The Carterville Lions 71, the Harrisburg Bulldogs 58. We'll take a 60-second break and come back and total things up.
Hi, this is Jack Jordan. All of us at the Jordan Funeral Group hope you're enjoying the 58th Annual Eldorado Holiday Tournament. While we always strive to win, we also recognize that loss is part of the game in basketball and in life. Count on our caring staff to help get through the toughest losses in life. Visit JordanFuneralGroup.com for resources to plan ahead for grief support and learn all about how we can help in your time of need. The Jordan Funeral Group, Campbell and Sendabag Funeral Homes, family owned and operated since 1954.
Whether you need to move grain or other agricultural products, you just feel more confident counting on a family-owned transportation company. And with SGI Transportation, customers are part of that family. We understand the weight of your work, feeding the world. The reliable, dedicated drivers at SGI Transportation keep your product and operation moving at all hours. Because when family has a need, SGI Transportation answers that call. Find SGI Transportation on Facebook or call 618-968-2471. SGI Transportation, the most trusted name in trucking.
Southeastern Illinois College is teaming up with Farrell Hospital again to bring you the world-famous Howl at the Moon dueling pianos on Saturday, February 11th. Tickets are $35 per person, $60 per couple, $250 per table. Visit bidpal.net/concert20.
Here, getting ready for game 2 here in just a little bit. Let's kind of look at this. Carterville 71, Harrisburg 58. Let's look at the scoring, first of all, for the victorious Lions. They were paced by Caden Hawkins, who had 27. Peyton Biddle was 17. Braden Wakey came off the bench to add 6. Adam Vanderzeel with 4. They got 9 points from Cade Lustenberger, 2 from Blake Berkey, 2 from Maddox Crane, and 2 from Josh Waller. For the Harrisburg Bulldogs, they were paced by Miles Crank, who had 20, 13 from Cameron Andy, and then smattering Nate Lawrence with 6, Camarlo Downing with 4, Adrian Mann with 4, 5 from Charlie Fehrenbacher, 3 from Andrew Unthank, 3 from Ross Ryder. And I was in the process of trying to keep track of the free throws. I don't know if you had track of them or not. Have you got it down?
I have Carterville 15 of 17 and Harrisburg of 16 of 20.
Okay, that's what I had. Yeah, I had 16 and 19. Okay, stats you got real quick?
Rebounding numbers, which really was the story of the ball game. Carterville had 16 offensive, 12 defensive. Harrisburg had 16 offensive, 15 defense turnovers. Harrisburg had 21. Carterville had 12, but 11 of those offensive rebounds came in that third quarter where Carterville really opened up the ball game.
All right, again, the final 71-57. I'm going to step aside, and Mr. Cole Carter will be here along with Travis Black. We'll take you into the next ball game coming up, Anna Jonesboro versus Carmi. Take a final break and turn it over to the man who knows what's going on.